What's good, man? You feel me? We checking in one time for the one time, bro. Coming through with a bike review. You feel me, home? But hey, I want to start this video off on some real shit, Holmes. I want to say that I'm not no essay, bro. I'm just talking shit. Chill out. I just want to say that, a lot of people, bro, they be running reviews and shit. And at the end of the thing, they like, yo, my coupon code is fucking Vale verga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, chill out, fam. We know that you trying to sell us some shit and you lying, bro. That's it. You fucked up the whole review. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. I just want to put that out there to all y'all young boys that probably don't know no better. Like, at the end of the day, bro, when you're watching these videos and they always gonna tell you everything good, cake and butter about everything you see on the internet, bro. Use your brain. Please use your brain. Do some research of your own and look around and shit. Don't just go and buy some shit because Sarancer told you it's fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I fuck with Sarancer and shit. I'm not talking shit about Sarancer or nobody. I ain't talking shit about nobody. I'm just putting a little message out there so y'all could take heed. You feel me? I feel like a lot of people just be listening to all kind of mumbo jumbo. When I went to go buy my bike just now, it was the biggest thing process for me because these bikes are expensive, bro. Number one, you don't want to just go and spend your money on some bullshit and then you like, damn, you stuck with the bullshit now, and now it's the biggest mistake of your life. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to go buy my bike just now, I had to do research days among days. Like, it took me a whole month of looking these shits up before I figured out which one I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start off with some points, bro. For one, I wanted a bike that was one fast. I ain't want no slow shit. I wanted some shit that if somebody pull up on me and they fucking I can stand up erg off on their ass. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I ain't want no slow shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in and out. Yeah, yeah. So one, I wanted some shit that was fast. Two, I wanted some shit that was a sleeper build. I wanted some shit that I don't need a license to ride, and I don't need to run from the police every time I see them. Let that sink in. I don't want to run from the police every time I see them. You feel me? So that pretty much eliminated a mid-drive bike for me because almost every mid-drive bike, even the ones that have pedals, they're not really like working pedals. They're like little bullshit pedals just for show. You know what I'm saying? So kind of eliminated that. So let's knock that out the ballpark. Um, and other than that, I wanted a bike that looked nice because I'll say this, as someone that just got into the e-bikes and shit, it's so confusing at first. You're like bombarded with a million different fucking options. You got cafe racers, you got dirt bike looking ones, you got ones that look like mountain bikes, which mountain bike, e-mountain bike, fire. The Bonnell, fire, bro. If I could, just for fun, I want one of those bikes one day. That's like my dream bike right there, bro. Besides the start. But anyways, you feel me? Yeah. So those were like my main buying points right there. Fast bike, nice bike, and so it took me a while to make up my mind what kind of bike I wanted. You know what I'm saying? At first, I was going for dual motor bike or like dual motor, dual battery. But then I started realizing you're pretty much better off getting you one good ass motor, one good ass battery to start off with. You know what I'm saying? Spend a little extra money later if you want a dual battery setup or whatever. You feel me? So that was another point that I came across. Number two, one thing that I don't like about this bike is it really don't have space for shit. It don't have space for nothing. Like, I had a speaker on here. Here, let me show y'all right quick. I had a speaker on here, right here, right underneath the seat, hanging from like right here. Yeah, I had a speaker right there, but I had my seat was higher, my seat was up here. But my nephew wanted to ride with me, and he was more comfortable with the bike being a little lower, so I had to take the speaker off and put the seat down one time, to ride with my little nephew and shit the other day. So I ended up just leaving it like that. Low key, I'm short as hell, so the bike is a little bit more comfortable for me, anyways, with the seat lower. You know what I'm saying? My seat is coming undone too, but
Alright, so now that I made my points, my buying points, the three bikes that I ended up choosing from was the EKX GTS X22, Happy Run G300, Cosville R19. Oh, and High Keep Mad S, which was a little bit more money. Those were the bikes that I was choosing from. Happy Run G300 was the least favorite. Mad S was the most stylish, I feel like. And the best bang for your buck was either the GTS or the R19. So I chose the GTS because I believe it's a little bit faster than the R19. I know it's faster than the R19 now since I upgraded it, since I tuned it, I mean. But I'm talking about the upgraded R19, not the old one. You feel me? So, yeah. So I ended up going with the GTS. Now, some of the pros that I feel like about the bike since I got it. Some of the pros that I didn't even know about when I bought the bike. One, the battery. The battery has ANT BMS, which if you know about ANT BMS and you know about e-bikes, you can Bluetooth connect to your battery so that you could observe your battery health and all that, how it's performing. You could observe each cell individually and make sure that everything's up to par with your battery. That way you don't burn your shit out or nothing like that. You feel me? So that's a huge plus right there. Also, like I said earlier, I tuned my shit and now my shit goes 70. I didn't put nothing on there to do that. That shit came like that, stock out the box. You download DUNENCONFIGERPHONE app on your iPhone and you can tune your bike Bluetooth wirelessly, the same shit like how you connect the battery, you can connect to the bike like that also. So that's fire. Those are two major plus that I didn't even know nothing about before I got the bike. You feel me? How did I find all this information out? From a Facebook group that's dedicated to EKX bikes. I couldn't find this information anywhere else, so if you're looking for information on your bike, a good place to look is Facebook. Now, like I said, the pedals is a big. It's telling me to turn. Probably put it down. That nigga really fuck killing them time. Too, with no problem. I can keep up with cars. I can keep away from cars. My shit goes fast enough to do all that. Really, it goes fast enough to go on the highway, but that's a whole nother topic for another day. You feel me? So like, this is just a little clip of me sliding on the bike. I believe I'm gonna end up jumping out in traffic, but there wasn't really a lot of traffic, but just so you can see what I'm talking about, like basically ride around like you on a bike. You're not on no surround, you're not. It's a bike that has e-moto speeds, but it's not getting no attraction from law enforcement, bro. They see you riding a bike with pedals, they just keep it pushing, bro. See that? Jump out in traffic real quick. No issues, man. I believe I actually have a video where you
Yeah,
could.
right here. So right here, I'm gonna show you, me just driving past the police nonchalantly. They don't really mess with me. I mean, I've had the police behind me. I've had them right next to me, all that. And they don't even mess with me. You know what I'm saying? Right here, I had just crossed the street before from the other side of the street, and I definitely wasn't supposed to do that. And you can see the police still ain't even mess with me, bro. So that's one thing I do like about the bike, man, because it's pretty much a legal bike, bro. If you slide that bitch in first and you using the pedals a little bit, it's a legal bike. You could ride that shit on the sidewalk with no problems. You know what I'm saying? But you have to take into consideration your riding style. If you're riding this shit like an asshole, you're gonna get done like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I don't do crazy stuff on my bike, man, to make anybody come mess with me. So that's something that you should take into consideration. I see a lot of people talking about they getting confiscated or repoed or impounded or whatever. And like that's wild because if you wasn't doing no dickhead shit, I don't even see why the police would even be stopping you. You know what I'm saying? When I'm on my bike, I'm just getting from point A to point B. I ain't out there in them streets doing no crazy stuff to 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 get unwanted attention. You know what I'm saying? Right here is where I do the speed run.
Flat, you know what I'm saying? They definitely alternating. Definitely 55 in this video. I definitely didn't even go 60.
That's the fastest I'm going on this shit. That
Definitely
shit's
didn't even go
scary.
60. Yeah, I know y'all hear me saying it's scary, but it was scary, but I ain't used to riding bikes like that yet, so it'll be less scary the more I do it. When I first started riding, I only wanted to be in first gear on first mode on that shit. Now I only ride in second, but I be in third sometimes. If I want to stunt, I drop that bitch in third. If I'm at the light, I always drop that bitch in third to pull off the light so I can leave them cars in the dust and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to be in third to do that. Second has good acceleration too, bro. Second has some slippy ass acceleration, bro. First is, I feel like when you ride it in first, it's like a normal e-bike. They tried to dumb it down. They tried to make first that sleeper build for sure. If I'm ever passing by a cop or like there's a cop behind me, I drop that bitch in first. Or if I'm right, if there's cops somewhere where I'm easily accessible to them, I drop that bitch in first. You know what I'm saying? But I have a history with the police, so I think a certain way about them. I don't believe that you probably don't have to do any of that shit. They probably still won't mess with you, bro. Just 'cause you got pedals and shit, when they see the bike, they just think that it's legal off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a big plus, bro. If you riding with no license and you're not trying to get messed with by the laws, I would say it's a 10 out of 10, bro. Mile range is probably like 60, 70 miles on first. On third, going full throttle the whole time, you'll probably get like 30, 40 miles out of that shit. You can get a 72 upgrade, 72 volt battery upgrade for like 350 though, man. Drop a whole extra battery. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Probably put an extra battery right here, the one that you could strap onto the seat. Put one right here. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do it though. Probably try to get like a beam that I could connect to these bolts right here. So I could connect that bitch right there. That's my goal right now. I think that's the only thing I really want to add is maybe a second battery, maybe a EBMX controller. I know an EBMX controller will make my shit. Not an EBMX controller, I'm sorry. Um, a far driver. I might just have to put a far driver in my shit to make it go a little bit faster. But I don't think you need any of that, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's good how it comes. Fire how it comes. 10 out of 10. EKX bike, you know, I hope y'all step y'all game up on the tech support side of things. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I hope that this video helps y'all make y'all decision before spending mad fucking money on the wrong thing. Stay blessed. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.
Word. So, anyways, back to the subject. This is my bike review, man. This is what I think about the bike that I copped. You know what I'm saying? That I spent my bread on. Nobody gave me this bike just to tell y'all to go buy it. You feel me? One, the bike is super stylish. It looks nice as fuck. I'll give them that. They snapped on the bike, you know what I'm saying? Look, it even got lights for the bitches. If you know what I'm saying? It's a conversation starter. If you need something to talk about, you gonna have something to talk about now. You feel me? Even though I never use these fucking lights. I got a girl too, by the way. She gonna be snapping on me if I don't tell y'all that, so. So yeah, it's a stylish bike, man. People always stopping me and asking me shit about the bike, or like anytime somebody's close enough to me to talk while I'm riding it, they're gonna ask me some shit about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give them that. They snapped on the design. They snapped on the way that shit look. It's nice. The speed, that would be the second main reason why I bought it, is the speed. It ain't slow. It's fast enough to get you where you need to go quick. You know what I'm saying? If you in a rush, even though I ain't ever in a rush. So let's start off by looking at the bike, man. This shit has 7 speed, I think. Yeah, 7 speed, 7 different speeds. That's only for the pedals. Don't get it twisted. This is only for this. You feel me? Now, not only is this only for this right here, the shit that you go like this and make it go vroom vroom, only works for the motor, for this shit. To make the motor go is only this. The pedals have nothing to do with the motor on this bike. So if you want a bike that has pedal assist, where when you pedal it, the engine makes it go a little bit faster with your pedal, this bike don't got that shit. Or if it does, then you probably have to add it when you tune it. But I haven't added that shit, you know what I'm saying? Now, let me move this shit, because I feel like it's making me run out of breath.